Visitors to Boston have a number of options for getting around. For your air travel, Logan Airport is pretty much the only game in town, but the good news is that it's only about 4 miles from the center of the city, making travel to and from the airport relatively simple. One of the easiest ways to get into town is Boston's system of trains and subways, what we call the T. There are 4 major lines that run in and out of Boston, and most visitors find them both safe and convenient. If you do decide to rent a car and drive in Boston, there are a couple of things I need to warn you about. First, because Boston has such an old city center, the streets are notoriously narrow and one-way streets abound. So getting from here to there on surface streets is no picnic sometimes. Plus, local drivers have a reputation for a rather creative interpretation of the traffic laws. So out-of-town drivers need to bring their A game to avoid accidents and aggravation. And then there's the matter of the weather. The climate in Boston is capable of veering off sharply in one direction or another, so when you pack your bags, you really need to be prepared for any scenario. If you're visiting during the winter months, you'll find that it's not that cold compared to some other northern cities, and while we do get our share of snow, often it melts within a day or two. Now, provided you do get good weather and you haven't succumbed to madness and rented a car, you may want to see Boston via one of the many organized tours in town. Bus tours like the Old Town Trolleys are an efficient way to hit the city highlights, and many tour companies allow on and off privileges. This way, visitors can check out the sites that they're most interested in and rejoin the tour when they're ready. Another tour that has become particularly popular in Boston is the Boston Duck Tours, which leave from both the Museum of Science and the Prudential Center in the Back Bay. These refurbished vehicles were first used to land troops and supplies back in World War II. Now their mission is a much more peaceful one, but its amphibious nature hasn't changed. Whether it's by land or by sea, duck tours give you a unique perspective on Boston. If you're looking to head out into deeper water, then one of the many harbor cruises is the way to go. While some of these tours offer all the amenities, sometimes a water taxi ride across the harbor is just as enjoyable. In fact, if the boat isn't too full, and if the pilot is in an agreeable mood, sometimes you can stretch one of these rides across the harbor into your own private little mini tour. Make sure to show your appreciation once you get back to shore, though. New Englanders generally appreciate thrift, but even virtues have their limits, right? However, probably the best news of all is that there's a way to see the city that won't even cost you a penny. With its relatively small land area and its tight array of attractions, Boston on foot is a snap. And if the weather cooperates and the feet are willing, a walk through some of the city's favorite neighborhoods might be the best way of all to see what Boston has to offer.